Commissioners to order. It is 6:30 p.m. on September 15th. First item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the meeting of August, what date was that? 25th? Was it 25th? August 11th, sorry. Of August 11th. Do I have any questions, concerns, corrections? If not, do I have anybody make a motion to approve them?
I move we accept if there's no challenges.
Okay. Do I have a second?
A second.
A second.
Oh, okay. You look like you got a green
No, I'm
light.
just, no, yeah,
Okay.
I was green because I was waiting to see if anybody
We
else.
don't
Okay.
think that-
All right.
That's it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I don't think
All
we
right.
have minutes for that special.
BJ, your turn. Comments from the public.
My name's BJ York, Lloyd York. I live at 5501 River Plantation Drive. It's on hole number 16.
Not golfers. It's,
okay.
what's the streets? What's the street between, you're between?
What's that
I'll
cross
just
street down the street from you?
Robert E. Lee, maybe?
Okay, Robert E.
Oh.
Lee.
Robert E. Lee
before you.
comes this way,
Yeah.
and if you're heading back towards the highway,
Okay.
we're gonna be, there's an empty lot right there at that road, then there's a house, and then my house is next. Then there's an empty,
Oh, I
then
think
there's
I
an empty
remember
lot,
talking to you one
and
day.
then another house.
I know where you're at.
Okay, so my
You're by the
neighbor's,
house with the gazebo, right?
yes, so my,
Right.
if you're looking at the gazebo, my house is on the right. My
Okay.
neighbor who's on his way here is the house on the left. He owns
Okay.
that lot that the gazebo sits on.
Okay.
So, like I've said earlier, I know David Pricer for a long time, about 50 years, through Kingwood, and golf, and, I'm not happy
Okay.
with him. I tried everything I could try to do to get him to put some water in the pond, and for the longest time, I mean, we haven't had water in it probably
You
since.
back up to the big pond by the clubhouse?
No.
No.
The one right here by
So-
water tank too.
But yeah, by the water
Oh,
tank.
water plant.
Yeah,
too.
so it's between the par four
Okay.
that you have to lay up on and then hit
Yeah.
over, and then the par threes next,
Okay.
kind of splits both.
That doesn't mean
Back when
That doesn't-
when I first bought the house, we used to have 3 fountains on it,
Okay.
and it was gorgeous, beautiful. We sit in the backyard, just listen to the water make the noise. But it hasn't had water in it probably since it went down from Harvey.
Oh, wow.
So it's been a long time.
Okay.
And there's water in there now. It's probably higher than it's been in a long time,
Okay.
but it's still extremely low. And, I wrote an email to David, and David basically in his email, I brought it, he pretty much said you can kick rocks. If you want to put water to the top, you can buy Oakhurst and River Plantation for $14 million. And I was like, that's what you think of my relationship and talk to me that way. So, I mean, I get it. Y'all probably heard worse. So I thought, well, what's the next option? Because I know y'all are charging them for water now.
Right.
And so then my neighbor was like, what do you think it would cost to fill it up? And I said, I don't know. So I went and asked Rob, and Rob said, well, probably about $1,200. So I went back to David and said, my neighbor will pay $1,200 if you'll open the gate to fill the water as it's coming in from, I guess, number 1,
Right.
that big pond. So, I mean, I got and he said no. I was like, it'll make your property look
Yeah.
better, and my neighbor is willing to pay $1,200 to make that happen. And so then I went and got just in writing from Rob that said that my hole is,
Tell us who Rob is.
Rob is the operations manager. He's like runs the whole thing. He's like the GM of everything there. And he said that only the pond on number 1 that's on the tee box on number 10, and it's got a little bit on 18, they pull from that pond to irrigate the whole course. So I got it in writing that the pond that I'm referencing is not used for any type of irrigation. And so I didn't know. I mean, even if y'all said yes, I don't know if David would say no,
No,
you know, but, my neighbor is still willing to write you guys a check for $1,200 if you could get somehow, I don't know how it's marked and
No.
how it goes into that pond.
does it go directly to that pond, or does it go to the big one and flows over from
I
there?
think it's hard, so we can go straight to the big one for the reuse.
Yeah, it's like there's a deal where he can pull off the top and, turn it
Turn it.
to pull water from that pond to fill the pond by my house.
That's probably hooked up to his controls, like his
Yeah.
irrigation.
And so, like, he was giving me all kinds of baloney as far as, the reasoning behind it. You know, at one point he said, when y'all did your work on the tower or the pump,
The
he
one-
said that caused the leak and, we can't fill it up. And I was like, really? I was like, come on. I know that's not true, you know? And I was like, my neighbor's like, well, let's find the leak. Let's fix it. Let's, whatever. What do we need to do? And, so I was like, no. So, you know,
Let us take it under advisement and see what we can do.
I would
How's that?
very much appreciate that. Just,
I don't
talk
know that
about it.
there's anything we can do,
Yeah.
but,
One big concern is if it's on the golf
private
course, we don't
property.
have the right to
Right.
go on there.
Right.
Unless he'll let us do it.
mhm.
So even if we wanna do it, we can't do it unless
Yeah.
he says.
Well, is there a way to monitor, what flows? I mean, where you could, maybe we could do it, but you could take like 12, I don't know what his monthly bill is, if you could take like $1,200 off.
$1,200 is kind of interesting for him to have thrown that
Throw
number
that
out,
number.
not knowing how many gallons it was gonna take to do.
Yeah, I mean, he was just spitballing.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
I don't know.
And that's a
I mean,
flood water
to
too.
fill a swimming pool isn't $1,200. And I'm just wondering how much compared to a swimming pool, this pond would be.
It's a lot.
Carl.
It's not
Oh,
a-
God,
Carl,
yeah.
what section is that?
Remember,
in? I'm having
it's
a hard time
reused water, so he's
figuring
paying
out
that
where it's at.
that hugely discounted rate, right? So, I mean,
But-
it's much cheaper than your normal water to fill that pond.
but since
Number-
it's on
number-
private,
Number 6 Biloxi.
Okay.
since, I mean,
No, so,
I'm sorry, number 7 Biloxi.
since it's on private property, could we even do anything unless we had an agreement with him, or?
That's right. I mean, it's not, it wouldn't be any different than going into someone's house and turning
Backyard
on
or
the
whatever.
tap, if that makes sense.
My understanding is they have a valve that opens from the main irrigation ponds
Right.
to this. It's closed now. They would have to open that. We would send them enough water to fill that pond and then close it back
Yeah,
up.
but he's getting the reclaimed water, it's costing him next to nothing.
right.
Correct. He spends like $1,000 a month, right?
I don't even think it's that much,
this
unless
past-
he's getting,
This past month, we'll be looking at the month of August, it was about $2,700, but they use a little over 5 million gallons.
so basically what you pay half of it.
But we would, my neighbor has
willing to
said
do it?
he'll write a check right now.
But I talked to
for it.
Rob also, and one of the things he said is they don't know where that lake drains. He doesn't know where it drains.
Well, it may not drain anywhere, I mean, it may just be evaporating, or, you know what I mean, it may not
There's
drain
not a leak.
anywhere.
I mean, you would see it, you know?
It would.
That was like him saying
Or,
they caused it when they,
right, why
did
not
the-
fill it up and see if it's draining?
But even with all this rain that we had this summer, it still barely came up, which is weird.
well, it's up way more than it's
Nowhere
been.
near it.
Oh, no, not at all,
Yeah.
but, I mean, it's as high as it's been in a long time. And everything's grown up,
And the other problem is the main pond has never gone back up to where that used to be either, so there's gotta be
Yeah.
a balance with that.
well, he fills it up and then it
It
leaks
It never
in
fills
the
up.
ditch. Well, I mean, he gets water put in there.
Yeah.
And then once it gets to a certain level, it leaks down because at that little dam over there by number 10 T-box. So you can just see water continuously running. Once water's coming in and it's as full as it can.
Yeah, what are they paying for that reclaimed water, Marvin?
That's what I'm looking for now. I'm not
I was gonna say, they're not
100% sure.
paying hardly anything,
Yeah.
2 cents?
something like that.
No, we took it up a while back. I wanna say like
Yeah,
a,
but it's still
Was
not
it, did we
much.
take it up to 10 cents?
no, I almost wanna say it was $1.
You think it was that much?
We bumped it up because we had some repairs that had to be made.
Right.
If y'all recall.
Yeah, he was wanting us to
Yeah,
fix
but-
everything.
Yeah, I
If
know.
my
but I
calculation's
think-
right, it's $1.09.
Dollar?
A
Okay,
dollar nine.
dollar
If I'm
nine.
not, but
Okay.
I'm not, don't put that
Okay.
in the minutes.
Okay.
I think it was
But I
that.
can get you that answer.
Okay, so somewhere around $1.
Mhm.
Okay. Let us put our heads to it, see if we can, I mean, I don't know what we can do, but,
It's fair to say though, if the water was filled back up, that still doesn't mean he would turn your fountains on that you
Well, and
enjoy.
if-
Oh, no, the fountains are gone.
Oh,
I
they're
was
not.
gonna
The fountains are gone,
okay.
and
I was
that's
gonna
been
say, it's
years,
probably gonna take,
you know.
with all the weeds and that in there, they would probably wouldn't
Yeah.
anyway, so.
More
Yeah,
fertile
this is
than
the
everything.
letter that Rob wrote to me, just saying that it's not used for irrigation.
Okay.
But yeah, if y'all, I don't know if there is even a way, but I was hoping that maybe we could put our heads together and come up with something. And like I said, my neighbor's more than willing to pay to
Tell
do
you how
it.
you could do it. The fire
And
department
it's
take a
in,
tanker and fill it
it's
up.
in David's best interest. It's just how we word it, because, I mean, he's got a hatred
Yeah,
for,
people.
yes, I mean, that's put nicely. I mean, it's like,
So there's a rough estimate, but every foot of depth that you put in that pond would cost you approximately $210.
Okay, so how many feet do you think it is?
How many
Lot.
feet do you think it needs to come up?
About 6.
yeah, I would say,
No, it's
probably.
nowhere near 6.
You don't think?
Hey,
Four?
You could not get under there and be underwater.
You know, I have to do
It's maybe 2 or 3 feet. Is all.
No, it needs to go higher than that.
That's all that's where, from the water level where it's at now to the edge.
Yeah.
It's only 2 or 3 feet at most.
Well, I would say 4 would probably get close, but I think it could go probably 5 or 6 from where it's at.
There's no way.
And 6 is high, but it's probably closer to 4.
I think the reality is, I mean, what you guys are saying is $1,200 would cover 6 feet essentially,
Easily.
Yeah.
roundabout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are rough numbers, so.
I
if
think
it was-
6 is high.
If it was 3 feet, that saves you money, right? That would
Yeah.
only be, $600. That's just doing a rough estimate of the area.
That's
There's
awesome,
no way
thank you.
of actually measuring this. There's no gauge between the irrigation pond and this pond.
No, I don't disagree.
No.
What I was just trying to give you a rough estimate of where that
Right.
$1,200 net came from and
How old is number
approximate
8
of what you would
guys
have to
are
do
looking
to it.
for? Biloxi
No,
8.
No, it's 7.
No,
He
no,
knows-
no. He was talking
says-
about number 8. I think 8's the only pond that they
it's
can't put
Biloxi-
water in.
Biloxi 8, he doesn't say he says there's not one on 7.
No, this says that, yeah, holes 1, 2, 8, 13,
Well,
16.
8 is the part 3. 7 is the
So
part
it's
4.
in between the two.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right there by our well too,
Mhm.
our plant too.
Yep.
I don't know, the only, anybody have a relationship with them?
Not me.
I don't know.
I have a relationship with them, but it's not good.
And I thought I did, but, I mean, when I read
He
the
answered you with
response.
that email, obviously,
Yeah.
you don't have the relationship that you
No.
thought.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know if I caught him on a bad day, but it sounds like this is what he gives everybody every day.
Yeah.
I read the response
But
and
if we
was
wanna
like,
come up with something, I could talk to Rob and bounce it up to him.
Okay.
Bob's a nice guy.
but yeah, he is. Rob's a really good guy, but
Alright.
he works for Dave, and he kind of shelters everybody away from him because,
Forces them out.
yeah, he picks and chooses when he asks for things, but
Well, let's, kick around some ideas.
I appreciate your time. I
Okay.
appreciate y'all even looking into it. And
Okay.
if y'all can do anything, I would be greatly appreciative. And thank you for just hearing me out.
No problem,
Sure.
not a problem, so.
Can I go ahead and leave, or?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
All right,
You
it was
can.
nice to see y'all, thank y'all.
All right,
And y'all
no
have a good one.
problem.
All right, bye.
Welcome.
Okay, hey, okay, first of all, I'm hearing us.
We're hearing us.
Yeah, I
So,
think
so,
it's,
so somebody on there, you got your volume a little loud, if you can turn that down on your side a little bit, that
Are you
might
getting
help
an
us here.
echo on that end? On that side?
We're,
No.
we're actually, that's
But
actually
we
y'all,
can't hear
all
them
three of
when
us are
when you
muted.
turn it that way.
Okay, they're all muted.
We couldn't hear them.
First of all, Taylor says she's trying to get in. The bookkeeper says she's trying to get into the meeting, she's in the waiting
Tiffany.
room. No, not Tiffany, Tiffany's not back
You
yet.
know what, she's in the meeting room for the executive session.
Oh,
Is what she's in.
okay.
Not the, she's in the wrong meeting. We have 2 Teams meetings.
can you hear
Okay.
good? I can hear.
I can hear fine.
Yeah, I can hear it fine, it's fine, okay. All right, number 3, financials and bookkeeping report, oh, we gotta get her in first. Okay, let's go to number 4 while we're waiting on her, park maintenance matters. You got anything?
The only thing I have is that they showed up to do, maintenance work on the pond, without advising me that they were gonna be here. So, again, so I, contacted them and let them know my frustration with that. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna give us a free visit on the 24th of this month and, meet with me and take care of any of my questions and concerns that I have about the pond and their service. They have sprayed the weeds once, they're gonna spray the weeds again. They have some magic concoction that kills the weeds and makes them fall into the pond rather than standing there dying brown, so.
Did they put that other nozzle on that you were talking about that makes it go higher?
No, that's why I wanted to meet with them.
Yeah, it seems like it's higher though.
But they
It
cleaned
is.
out all the weeds and
Ah.
that.
Well,
It is higher.
It is higher because they've cleaned out the bottom of the,
Okay.
the filter,
Okay.
so it's getting
Yeah.
more suction. The thing I wanna add to it is one that shoots straight up,
Right,
plus,
Oh, that'd
right,
be cool.
right in the center, yeah.
yeah,
That'd be
so
cool.
I have that nozzle head. I just gotta meet with them when they're there so that they can put it on when they row their little boat out there.
Well, I tried to tell you they were there. Did you get that?
And
thing?
you and I need to go look at trees.
Well, I've been waiting for you. I sat in the golf
You
cart
don't
all
have
day
any
one
idea
day.
what I've been doing, so,
I know what you've been doing.
anyway, so, but we do need to go look at trees and mark trees. I've got paint, we just need to go find a day where we can spend an hour or so and,
You just let me know. I'm tied up tomorrow around 2 o'clock for a couple hours, but that's about it.
okay.
That's all I got for the parks,
Okay.
for,
Yeah,
green space.
I don't have anything either till we get, the trees marked.
Right, the trees is the only other thing.
Okay, we got Taylor now?
Oops, that way.
Yes, I am online. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Didn't have the call-in information correct.
That's okay. We're ready for the bookkeeper's report if you're ready, or do you want us to go to the next thing and then?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm ready now. Okay, so any balance from your last meeting, you were at $76,101. Under receipts, made a transfer from general operating online, transfer from general operating Texas class, and a payment from Lopez for a settlement. Under withdrawals, we made payment to United States Treasury for payroll taxes and bank charges came out. Under checks previously approved, we're holding 2 checks. We issued a couple, ones to Consolidated for internet expense, CenterPoint Energy for utility expense, Entergy for utility expense, and Dynamic Cleaning for office cleaning. For today's approval, I have Alpha Lawn for lawn services, Dynamic Cleaning for office cleaning, Entergy for utility expenses, Fab Signs for fishing signs, ICS infrastructure construction services for, this is the pay application number 2 and final for the 703 Fairway Oaks Storm Sewer Rehab. Bookkeeping fees and expenses for August, Lake Pro for monthly lake management fees, Montgomery Central Appraisal District for 4th quarter fees, your operator fees for August. Prepared publication for IT admin, your legal fees, and then also another legal fees. Your Touchstone for emergency alert system. Your engineering fees for your ongoing projects. We have a couple refund checks. We made a payment to your joint drainage and your STP, and then we have a couple blank checks ending today at $45,528.94. On your second page, your general operating online ending balance was $27,537.98. Under receipts, we received accounts receivable. Under withdrawals, we made transfer to your general operating fund. Customer return checks and bank charges came out. Ending balance with your Texas class investment, you were at $1,467,062.34. On your tax account, your ending balance from last meeting are at $16,428. Receipts, tax collections came in and bank charges came out. Ending today at $28,046.52. Onto your page 3, your capital project fund. Ending balance from last meeting, you're at $34,750. Under receipts, we made, you have accounts receivable from East Plantation, and bank charges came out. For today's approval, you have your ongoing engineering payment. Ending today with your Texas class investment, you're at $7,278,165.57. For your debt service fund, ending balance from last meeting, $1,302,992. Under receipts, we earned interest on the account, and we did make a wire to be in line mailing for your 9/1 debt service payment. Ending today at $982,698.63, and your next debt service payment is not due until March 26th, or March 1st, 2026. Onto your page 4, this is your sewer treatment plant. Ending balance from last meeting, you were at a negative $41,716. We received money from your general operating representation and East Plantation. Under withdrawals, bank charges came out. Under checks previously approved, we have two checks that we issued, one to Entergy for utility expenses and one to Republic Services for your garbage. For today's approval, we have Entergy for utility expense, GFL for sludge removal, your bookkeeping fees, your operator's fees for August, your engineering fees for your ongoing projects, and the two blank checks so we can pay those invoices in between meetings. Ending today at a negative $38,587.19. Page 5, this is your joint drainage. Ending balance from last meeting, we're at $28,329. Under receipts, we received money from the general operating representation and from East Plantation. Under withdrawals, bank charges came out. Checks previously approved, we issued one check to Entergy for utility expenses. For today's approval, we have Entergy for utility expenses, ICS infrastructure for, this is East Plantation ditch de-silt. This is for pay application number 1 and final. Bookkeeping fees and expenses for August, your ongoing engineering projects, and a blank check to Entergy to be paid in between meetings. Ending today, you're at negative $68,438.71. Next page, this is your profit and loss for general operating fund. We'd like to look at the middle column. This is August through or October through August. We have your water revenue, your sewer revenue, and your other revenues. Way over what we anticipated on maintenance tax, but that's looking good. And so you have a total income as of right now of $2,587,417.87. Under your expenses, we have your water expenses, your sewer expenses, and your administrative expenses. Coming out to the total expenses of $1,710,334, having a total net income of $877,087.26.
We still, hang on a second, we still have 31,000 of the TACA settlement that hasn't posted yet, from what we're looking at here. It posted in September.
We're doing well there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps when you get 600,000. Yeah. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Taylor.
Okay. On your next page, this is your profit and loss for your FTP fund. We like to look in the middle column. This is your income and expenses. It is a zeroed out P&L. All the expenses were billed back to your East Plantation general operating and River Plantation. So it is a zeroed out P&L. Same thing for your joint drainage fund. It is a zeroed P&L. Everything's billed back to River Plantation GOS and your East Plantation then on your last pages, these were, your budget for, STP and, let's see, you have your STP, your drainage, and your general operating fund. I know Deborah had discussed this last meeting with you, and we just changed we made some changes to, I'm not too sure which ones, but whichever ones the consultants had, changes to for the project of 2026. And that is it for my report, so let me know if y'all have any questions.
I have a question.
Yes.
On page 1, at the very top under receipts, we got a payment from Egidio Jimenez Lopez.
Yes, sir. This was, I had to ask Tiffany about it. I'll have to get back with you.
I know what it
for a
was.
settlement.
Okay.
That's a,
All right, Julie's
Vandever
explained it. Okay.
yeah.
It was settlement deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, I got another question. Do we have, where do we get reimbursements for this, information requests that we're going? I see we paid north of
No,
300, but I don't
That's
see.
gonna be a Davis deal.
Huh?
That's gonna be a Davis.
Wouldn't it be in here?
No, it'll be under pending business probably,
Oh, okay. Well, I'll wait then if I'm in the wrong place,
so,
but
yeah,
I just can't find the answer.
yeah, yeah.
No, and we can talk about that. There's just, we have a limited capacity to get reimbursement for those expenses, Tom, just because of the Attorney General rules, so.
Well, mainly because I went back to January and February and this month.
No, I didn't do that.
Well, I did. I went back and I did January's, it was 400, how much did I say? 450 something?
Oh.
420, I don't know. 400 and something. February's was 200 and something. This month was 350 something. And what I think has happened is now you're getting PIR requests from people and you're sending them a thing saying this is what it's gonna cost you, and then another person is asking and it's not costing anything. And the only people it's costing is us. And I don't have a problem with that, but if I have 940 people start doing this, that's my entire budget. And I have a problem. I won't be able to operate, and I won't be able to provide water to anybody or sewer to anybody, or we've got to figure out a way to stop this and nip it in the bud. So when someone does this monthly, there's absolutely nothing we can do to stop this.
No,
You're saying we're not charging them?
No.
Why can't we charge them the $15 deal?
We can, you know, just, the hard part is it raises the cost higher, right? We gotta calculate the cost, we gotta send it to them, there's more administrative effort. So whenever we have a voluminous request, we always, we've always been directed to request the deposit and charge the fee and do the whole 9 yards, and that's exactly what we do. But on these, smaller requests that are taking, less time, it significantly adds to the effort to go through that process. But we'll go back and take a look at it and see what we can do to charge those fees.
Would it help to use the operating company to do the billing, since they do that already?
Yeah, make it a line item on their bill.
Well, that's a good idea.
I mean, the hard part is we have to calculate it under the AG's rules, and calculate the amount of time, so we're still calculating it because we're doing the work, we're responding to the open records request. So.
Well, is it
I mean,
like a 1 hour minimum we can charge? Or, in other words, one of the homeowners here that constantly turns in these requests says, how hard is it to just push a button and send me the video? doing whatever she was doing for one thing and read her email and then do the transaction and then go back to work. It's not a simple 5-second process.
Right, we also have to document our response to the request to make sure that we provide evidence that y'all are in compliance. And so we're writing a letter every time, documenting the response.
Okay?
So that should someone ever file a complaint with the Attorney General's office, which has happened in this district in the past, that we have evidence that you responded timely and with the information that was responsive to the request.
Well, I think we should make it a line item on their bill somehow, and I don't care if it's 75 cents. We need to make sure that they realize they're being charged for something that we're getting charged for.
Got it.
Yeah.
We are.
And the problem is the other person is asking that person to get the information that they were gonna be charged for. So now that person got the information they wanted without being charged for it because it went through that person. So,
Sure.
So, help me, somebody help me understand, why are we handling people differently? Shouldn't there be a standardized way and everybody, it's either free or it's not free, either we charge or we don't? I mean, why, is there something?
and I think the person may have requested more information than was requested the second time.
Hmm.
I don't know.
We've had some very voluminous requests in the past, Mark, that are, particularly labor intensive and where the bill is in the, hundreds of dollars, right? And in those cases, there's a deposit, sometimes we have a limited ability to communicate with the person making the request. But in many cases, we're requesting clarification and things like that, to make sure that the information is responsive. And in those cases, our understanding has always been that you guys want to do everything you can to recoup the cost, right? And so in those cases, we are absolutely charging fee and requesting a deposit where possible. It is only these candidly very small requests that we still need to document, that are more challenging from a fee standpoint, if that makes sense.
Seems like it would almost be the other way around.
I mean, the rules are written with the idea of a city having an employee whose job it is to
Right.
respond to these requests.
Right.
And so the Attorney General provides that the cost should be $15 an hour, right? And I don't even know if that covers the cost to the city of an employee these days.
So.
But, you could see how a city, with someone who is just continually responding to these requests, or something like that would make sense. Obviously, it doesn't make sense for y'all to pay an employee, have a full-time employee sitting around
Right.
waiting to respond to these requests. But, we work with the rules as they're written, so.
So is that a ruling by the legislature, or is that a ruling through, or an opinion by the Attorney General?
It's actually the Attorney General's rules. By statute, they specify the fees. And I can tell you that they've just always been low, and my guess is that that is a matter of public policy, so.
Okay.
Another question. Mario, we paid $259 for trash service for the sewer treatment plant.
Mhm.
Is that just normal trash, or are we doing
No.
sludge or something?
No, that's just garbage.
It's
And
just
so
garbage.
we have I think it's an 8 cubic yard dumpster on site.
How frequently is that? It is a lot of money, so I'm sure that's why he's asking.
Yeah, it was full this time.
Yeah.
But how frequent is there?
I think it's every other month.
I was
No,
gonna
once
say,
a
that's
month.
cheap, that's cheap for a dumpster.
For big
Yeah,
ones.
we're paying way more when we changed to these guys. I think we had Republic before that, and it was more, it was almost twice as much.
I would say every time I've
Republic
gotten,
now.
every time I've got one at my
It's
house,
okay, then
it's
it
almost
was-
$800 just to bring it,
Maybe it was,
drop it.
maybe it was waste management, but we did change because their prices were high, so we cut it down to half.
Yeah.
We need to stop making so much trash.
I know, we need to get away from that river.
Yeah, so. Okay, we good?
More questions?
You got one more question?
No.
Oh,
If,
no.
if not, I'd make a motion to accept the bookkeeper's report and approve the checks.
Okay,
I second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Public hearing on proposed 2025 tax rate. Do we need to stop this meeting, go into another meeting for the public hearing and then come back into this one? Or can we do it in the same meeting?
So this meeting is your public hearing,
Okay.
right? We don't have a separate notice, we post notice,
Okay.
of the meeting just like this every year.
Okay, all right. All right,
And
we
we
have no
also-
public.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, we have no public, so. So, do we have to, I know when I do these for the fire department, they have to wait like 10 minutes in case somebody shows up once you do it. Do we have to do that?
Would probably be.
10 minutes from the beginning of the meeting, which is an hour.
The-
That's true.
There's not a specified, amount of time,
Okay,
so.
all right. So what do we need to say anything, or we just need to announce that we've accepted the, tax rate that we set at 67 point, what was it, 67.5?
It's about a 1.1 cent increase this year.
No, decrease. We
Yeah, it was a
decreased it.
decrease, yeah.
It was a decrease.
I thought we were at 66 last year.
No, it decreased this year from, what was the rate this year, David? Is 67.5? Is the rate we're gonna adopt?
That's right, I'm actually pulling it up. Do you have it handy, Austin?
Yeah, I'm looking at 658 total.
658? Okay,
37.
okay, okay. Sorry. All right, so we're gonna adopt .658, which includes the debt service and the, M&O. And, so, do we have to make a motion on that since we voted on it last? Okay,
You do. So last month you voted to propose the rate, call the public hearing, and
Okay.
tonight you vote to
Accept.
consider the adoption of
Okay.
the, published rate.
okay.
So,
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we adopt the appraisal rate of 6.5.8 for the next year.
.65.
Point six five eight.
Yeah, 0.658.
65 cents, yeah.
I'll get it right in a minute.
.658, okay. Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, order adopting appraisal roll and levying tax for 2025.
that's what you just
Do we just did? Okay.
Yep.
All right, amendment to the statement of directors.
Okay, this is the document that goes in the real property records. Your statement of directors contains a bunch of general information about the district, including your tax rate. So you adopted a new tax rate, and now you are required by law to adopt a new, or to amend the statement of directors, and to file it in the real property records. So, and everyone will need to sign that.
Okay. Did she send it?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see
Should
it.
be in your packet.
There's, the only things in here were for, Karl and I think.
Okay, I'll check on that.
Okay.
Know that there was some,
Oh, wait a minute, it's here at the back, hang on. Is there one for everybody? No, this is mine.
there's just one and has everybody's signature on it. The signature block for everyone on it.
Okay, I'll look through here and see if I've got it, I don't motion or anything on that one?
Yes,
Somebody wanna make a motion?
Not sure what we're making a motion.
Making a motion to amend the statement of directors that's on the website and that we give to, home buyers.
No, okay.
I'll make a motion that we amend the statement on the website,
Statement of directors.
statement of directors.
I got a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright, now I need, have we all looked at the budget, the proposed budget, or we know what it was? Okay, so now I need a resolution adopting the operating budget for 25-26.
Any questions on it?
Yeah, any questions? Hmm?
I don't know.
Oh, does anybody have any questions on it?
No, I don't think so. I looked through it earlier.
It's a good guess.
It's a guideline.
That's right. That's
Might
right.
better say.
Alright, so can I get a motion adopting the operating budget for 2025-2026?
All right, I move we adopt the operating budget as proposed.
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Alright, engage the auditor. Is Mark proposing to be the auditor again, or are we searching for a new one?
Yep, same auditor, we engage him on an annual, basis.
Okay.
So just the way state law is written, we just like to reflect in the meeting minutes that he has been engaged to prepare the audit.
Okay.
Every year.
Alright, so do I have a motion to, engage Mark, is it Irie?
Iron, exactly right.
Iron as the auditor again for this year?
I'll make a motion, we engage, Mark Aaron as our auditor this year, coming year.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Alright, improvements to be made to the fire department, to the administration building. Oh, I'm glad I emailed you about that, cause I forgot all about it. Okay, so the fire department wants to, and they have to put, everything has to go through us when they wanna make improvements to the building. They, want to put up a generator here to keep, for the whole building. It'll operate the whole building. And, so they just asked for our permission to do that. It's only gonna benefit us.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
It's a backup generator.
yeah,
I've had one for years and I'd
Yeah.
recommend it.
so, anyway, so, okay,
I move we accept their proposal.
okay. I have a
Second
second.
it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alright, operators report. Mario.
Alright. Board, evening. Should have the report in front of you for August 25, with connections of 978, with 41 vacancies. Revenues totaling is $66,626.66. Bill consumption of $11,187,000. Total pumpage $11,889,000. We are at 94% accounted for this month, with 2 leaks repaired. We did take our 6 bacteriological samples, all came back good. Wastewater treatment plant numbers below, everything's working within parameters, no excursions or breaches. Almost 4.5 inches of rain that month, and the plant operated at 56% of its permitted capacity. I know we discussed the reuse water earlier, so again, it's like 5.2 million gallons, and it was $2,748.73 in total revenue. Below that, we have our age receivables and then our consumption chart. Next page, we have our production and accountability report. 44% for the month and 44% for a 12-month average. Below that, we have the 2 charts reflecting those numbers. And that's all I have, board, unless you have any questions.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Park benches.
Yes. So, the first one was on back order. We changed from one vendor to Uline, and Uline should deliver by Tuesday.
Same bench?
Same bench.
Oh, cool.
And just like $50 cheaper.
Oh, no.
So, remember the first time we were gonna go through one of our contractors, they ended
To
up,
install it,
they ended up going and they wanted to get away from the mud business.
of course.
They didn't wanna do the net 30, net 60, 120, you know, whatever. They would like to get paid on the spot. They came from a developer building houses, so they're used to getting weekly
Every
paychecks.
Friday.
So they got away. They sent us the information. We ordered it. It was on back order. We found the same exact bench on Uline, just slightly cheaper. So
Okay,
apparently it's supposed to be delivered Tuesday.
okay, and then you guys can
It's
install
ready
it.
to go. I'm just wanna meet you on site. You tell me exactly where you want it. We'll have the guys come pour the concrete, install the plaque, and then we'll install the bench.
The plaque would be in the concrete, is that
Yes.
what we decided?
Mhm, that's what we
Good.
decided,
Yeah.
Good.
yeah,
Yeah, and I have the plaque. It's been in my truck.
yep, so,
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
okay, all right,
I've got 2 more signs that are gonna need to be installed
Yes, sir.
as soon as I can get them picked up.
Yep. Are they in your house now?
No, I gotta pick them up at the sign company.
Okay.
And,
Just let me know when they're ready. I'll have Brian go by and pick them up. Let us know where you want them, and we'll get them to you.
are they for the ones that we're taking?
No fishing.
Oh, no, no fishing.
I never picked them up yet.
Okay, yeah,
By the fountain.
so, yeah.
Yes.
I
So
saw it one day, and I mean,
someone
it was
I didn't see anybody, but somebody approached me and said, oh, my husband's gonna stock the pond, because our kids wanna go down there and go fishing. And apparently have been fishing there, and the signs clearly state, the rules clearly state no fishing.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
so we can't stock the pond.
Sorry, Marty.
We'll catch them and put them in the clarifiers at the Columbus Sewer Plant.
There you go.
Okay.
They'll get nice and fat.
You probably catch more down there than they would there, so what's the
Well,
difference?
we could probably change the rule again.
So do I have a motion to accept the operator's report?
I'll make a motion, we accept the operator's report.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, engineers report.
Alrighty, only on report on that front page is water plant number 1, inspection. Mario's lining up the, well inspector to TV the well. That's part of that requirement to keep it open
Do it once
without
a year?
plugging it. No, it's once every 5 years.
Oh, every 5 years?
Yeah, so we're coming up on, January is
Has
when
it
it's
been
done.
that long?
Yeah, so we figured we'd get it done this fall, and that way it's done and ready to go.
Okay.
Moving on to the joint project, the next page, East Ditch. So we sent over, so the plans and bid proposals are complete. We sent over some documentation we received from the TDEM, which is the grant program for the bidding documents. Davis and his group sent us back some comments, and so we're getting those straightened out. Ideally,
what I
I'd like
just
to have
signed?
bids for you in October, but November, it may be more realistic November, just because we're trying to get those documents squared away.
I think that's what I just signed. It's in the packet.
What's that?
The TDEM is right.
Oh, no, that's, yes, that's just.
Something different.
Yes, that's just accepting.
Got it,
stuff.
okay,
Yeah, this is for the actual bidding contract.
okay.
That's the number 1 question I get. When are they gonna start working on the ditch?
Yeah, so the goal would be to have contracts, the bids in October at the earliest, November potentially, just if we have to push it. And then, hopefully starting 2026 would be the contract start.
January?
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
East Ditch maintenance, so we have pay application number 1 and final in the amount of $84,450 that we recommend payment. They've actually been done for a little bit. They asked if they could go ahead and start the maintenance since you guys had that big washout, so you'll see them there. They're starting, the quarterly maintenance now, so
Okay.
to keep
Are they
it
gonna be
clean.
able to pull that concrete out?
Yeah, I spoke with them today and asked them to get that out of there, so. For the wastewater treatment rehab, that one's in a little bit of a hold just because we're waiting on Entergy. They've got all the documents that they need, we just need them to schedule the visit to hook up the new service. For the district projects, the charge to park irrigation, so I've solicited from 2 contractors, both of them, neither one of them got me a bid this month. I'm continuing to harass them. A lot of people have turned me down just with the age of the system and kind of the kerfuffle it's in. So it's just been chasing down, trying to get somebody to operate on it. You did warn us about that broken head. I had them shut off the water. Obviously, it's been raining a lot, but
Yeah,
I'll have them, it may be one of those things, we've noticed what happens if you take off the pressure from it, the head will drop,
okay,
and then you can open it back up, and it tends to operate. It's not actually a broken head. What happens is the pressure behind it gets stuck up. It doesn't force itself back down.
got it.
And so sometimes if you just go out there, obviously you get a little wet, but just tap it down, it can work sometimes.
Okay,
So
I will do that.
hopefully the pressure being off of it, we can turn it back on, and it shouldn't come back on.
When you say, I didn't mean to interrupt, but when you say you tried to find other what's the process for that? I mean, how do you?
I've just been reaching out to people that I know. A lot of them are more installation of irrigation and things like that. There's not a lot of people out there like maintaining big systems like this. Usually they're like small one-off systems, or they're or some of these guys have master plan communities that they're maintaining, but they're still like one-offs versus like a whole golf course.
So the guy that we were gonna do decided he didn't want to?
No, you guys requested, you said the bid was too high for the maintenance, so you requested me to start chasing down other people. It's just been a struggle to find somebody else to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. For 703 Fairway Oaks, they completed that punch list. We have pay application number 2 and final in the amount of $45,995.25 that we recommend payment. For the Cornerstone Church water line, we've moved to the church will be responsible for the design, construction of the water line. They will provide us the plans for review, approval, and we will perform construction inspection. This is the cleanest process to go through.
Yeah.
Julie, you've been talking to them. They've kind of got some deals set up
Yeah,
for
somebody's donating
the pipe and
the-
stuff, and so, and a way to work with the church, if that works for them. We'll have complete say as far as approval goes, so it'll be built correctly, but they can cut construction costs, so.
Right, yeah.
For the Mosswood Ditch rehab, so I've attached the proposed clearing map, if you look at it. So one of the questions we have, and we've talked about it a little bit, is, I mean, that area has big trees.
Right.
Right, and we've discussed, do you go through and clear cut it? Do you selectively cut? Do you say everything over 12 inches stays, over 24 inches stays? We're in a little of a weird spot. It's gonna be a process.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to clean it out before we can ever evaluate what the repair is. We did get the environmental engineer report back. We can do what we need to do to it.
Okay.
We just have to maintain the same capacity that's in it, so.
Wouldn't it be easier to maintain if we just clear cut it?
Yes, one of the things we're looking at is there's a process, and it's a Fleximat stone, and grass grows over the top of it.
Okay.
But it holds firm in place, especially with the kind of the soils. So the goal would be to clean it up, remove that concrete out of there, clean it up, and then come back with that. And that can be run at 3-to-1 side slopes. It can also be wrapped around trees potentially. One thing trees will do is they'll hold the soils in place somewhat. So my recommendation right now is getting a contractor to go in there, clear it out. Anything over 12 inches can stay, and we'll go out there and like mark them to make sure. Any dead trees, obviously, we'll take those too. I think that'll give us a good idea of what's going on.
What's left?
If we need to add clearing for the construction project, it'll still be a relatively reasonable price
Okay.
to do it that way. But that way we can see what concrete's there.
Right.
When we have contractors come out and inspect it, that would be my recommendation.
Okay.
So if you guys were good with that, request authorization to advertise and bid that project.
Okay.
What about the fences that are encroaching on our property, on our easement?
That'll be something we want to bring up in the actual construction of the project. There's several areas where the fence does encroach.
Yeah,
We
it
found
looked like the whole rose tree.
It's not, surprisingly. So we looked back at the old plans, and a lot of it is just right on the easement. They did not plan for that ditch to have any real sort of high bank or anything. I mean, it was back of lot straight down. So it's a pretty tricky scenario what we're working with. Our goal would be to regrade it in some way that you would have, even if it's 2 feet behind the fences, would be beneficial. So. Storm sewer phase 2, so I postponed that bid because, just going back and forth with East Plantation, trying to make sure they're on board, just trying to be a good neighbor, to be honest with you. But they said they were good with moving forward with it, so we'll have those bids for October.
Okay.
And the last item is the sanitary sewer rehab phase 3. That design is complete, and we request authorization to advertise and bid that project. That's all I have.
Question,
Yes, sir?
what's the status on redoing the fence at the wastewater treatment plant? The one that fell over?
That was fixed.
It
We
is
don't have
fixed?
anything down at the moment. We had it fixed for the TCQ
My
inspection.
ignorance, sorry, okay.
Yeah, we had.
I was like.
Yeah, I like the way he did that. But that's what I do, I worry him.
Yeah.
No, we had that fixed, just before a TCEQ inspection a couple months ago.
Okay.
Everything is good and within compliance, so.
Those are usually items you won't see us hold off on because it is a requirement by the state to have those facilities secure.
Okay, good.
Got another question. Do we have anybody contracted to clear that vegetation drainage north of, the north side of the east ditch?
North side
Well, yeah, the one that
of
comes,
the east
that
ditch.
crosses Stonewall Jackson.
So that's a natural part of that creek, and that's never been cleaned out. My understanding when I kind of came into the district is everything north of Stonewall Jackson right there has always been kind of a natural creek, and then it comes into East
We've
Ditch.
been, we were been having it mowed.
Well, you're talking along the pipeline.
I'm talking about the ditch.
Are you talking about the ditch
The
area?
drainage ditch that crosses
Who was
Stonewall
mowing
Jackson.
it?
We've been clearing that.
Right between the houses?
No.
On that right away?
On the pipeline? Yeah, I think, or it's not the pipeline, but the
Yeah.
The
corridor.
right of way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's on that,
yeah.
it's on that corridor.
Yeah.
But the south side of Stonewall Jackson is getting real heavy. The north side is still trimming pretty good, but
It's up to the utility to take care of that, I
Yeah.
believe.
but they don't do that very often at all. But we've been mowing it for a
Who
year
has
now.
been?
We don't mow the south
We don't
side.
mow.
You know, we have been.
There's no ditch there, I think.
Yeah, there is.
There is.
There's a ditch. But I didn't think it was our responsibility.
Trying to
Is it
think.
ours?
We do cut.
We're draining into it, so I don't know if it is. or
I
not.
know our original exhibit, we used to call that the north ditch.
Right.
And our original exhibit showed that, but Tim had kind of taken over, when we were switching, maintenance contractors, but I thought you were still giving them the same exhibit, so I'd imagine that would have been part of it.
I think part of it was, but not all of it. I think we cut part of it, a certain width.
Well, have we got anybody doing that? Or has that been stopped?
No, I'll check with Alpha and make sure that they're doing their part.
I know they're not doing those little, collection points off of, Jubal Early, but I'm not that worried about that. I know they're not cleaning those the way they used to either.
Are they doing the drain by your house?
And that's what I'm talking about. There's two different places, like the one on Jubal Early.
So is Alpha supposed to be cleaning those?
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing some of it, but anyway. Just
So
don't
it,
forget-
okay, so that brings up a good point. So if Alpha's supposed to be doing those, are they supposed to be doing the ones in Augusta Park too?
Yeah, they're not in.
I've never told them anything about Augusta. I didn't know
Is
anything.
Augusta Park, are those drains ours or the CIA's?
So my understanding is we own the back
Right?
where the storm drain,
Right.
sample is.
So the
and
front
the
one's
front
at
is
CIA?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're talking about that one, Tom?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the heaviest part is on the other side, the south side, that's the
Yeah.
north side.
Yeah. Well, this picture was done in February 2023, it looks nice and mowed. So somebody did it back then.
Yeah, I know it's been being mowed, but
Alright,
I
so
just-
do you need two?
Um,
You need the storm sewer phase 3 and the Mosswood ditch project?
yes.
Okay. Alright, so you want me to make the motions or somebody wanna make the
Sure,
motion?
go ahead.
Okay. I need a motion to, begin storm sewer phase 3.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And I'm gonna request authorization to start the Mosswood ditch project. Start working on that.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Alright, oh. Do I need something for the agreement for the water line construction, since we're not doing it, they're doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Storage and posting of previously recorded and posted open meeting videos on district's website. I think that's you.
That's me. We've got, all the videos now going on to they have been going on Dropbox, folder. Unfortunately, no one here on the board had access to that. We all have access to that. I sent
Right.
links from Dropbox. Everybody should have that. My suggestion now is, going forward, if a resident would like to have access to the videos, we give
Send
them.
them to Karl.
Well, have it set up a little differently.
Because isn't
But
that a
we-
PIR?
It kind of.
So you're gonna have to get it to them within 10 days.
I don't know if it's a
And what are the
PIR.
other rules, Davis?
But I don't consider this a PIR. It's just making this available to anyone who requests it, who is a resident in the district.
Yeah, but isn't that a PIR?
I wouldn't think so.
Let me say this, if we, I think that there's a way that we can handle a request for that access. Where
Okay.
we don't have to treat it as a Public Information Act request, but if they
Okay.
send you a specific request for district records, then we do need to treat it as a Public Information Act request, if that makes sense. So,
Right.
to my knowledge, we've only had one resident request, videos, and she's made requests every meeting, so, I think we know who to start with, Karl, and, you know, we can just see if we get any other requests and figure out.
So what I'm suggesting is, on the website, I just handed it out here, is put this verbiage,
Then I think it is a PIR.
to help prevent misuse of meeting content, the RPMUD board has limited access to meeting videos. Residents may request access by emailing info@rpmud.com with their name, address, phone number, and email. Once verified, residents will receive access to video from the current year. A new request must be submitted each year. Videos will be generally available about 10 days after the meeting date.
Can I ask you a
Perfect.
question?
Yeah,
Is that a new email address or is that the
that'd
existing?
be a new email address.
Okay, cause.
Cause that way, I don't wanna come to my email address, cause then if I'm not here sometime in the future, whoever.
Well, I know,
we
but
just give that access
here's
to
the
someone.
thing, I already get some emails from somewhere, I don't know what email address they're sending them to.
There's a general one.
But when they, yeah, that's why I'm saying, I don't know if it's the same one or not, I already get all those.
I'll work that out with Monty.
Okay.
With that. I just made that up for this
Okay.
purpose, but.
Okay, but if they do that, is that a PIR?
If they are requesting access, I don't think that is a
Yeah, yeah.
records request,
Okay.
you know, so
It would eliminate PIRs.
I think we're,
It would eliminate that one.
we're
It would
okay
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Some of the others, no.
Well, wouldn't it be a
From the
PIR
documentation
by its
standpoint.
nature? Because the only thing they're seeking is something that was public information.
I mean, there's no question that they're seeking public information. And we could treat it as an information request, you know, if you'd like to. And candidly, you know, we could, I mean, whether or not we,
And who's
you know,
gonna
proceed with
administer
this is entirely up to the board. So it's however you all wanna handle it.
Unless you want to, I don't care who, I know it's not gonna be me.
It's not difficult.
Oh, I know,
Just
but
Make
yeah.
sure that they're a resident, there's multiple ways of doing that, and then,
I
you
think
just
we-
add them just like I added you guys. Anybody can do it who's on there now, you all have access to add
Right.
anybody onto that folder. They would not get that same permission, they would only get the permission to view and to download.
I think we just need to make sure that, you know, obviously Monty's gonna administer it, and then that the privileges that they have don't allow them to come in and delete or
Right.
modify the
Right.
files or do anything along those lines,
Right.
so.
Actually, Monty wouldn't, it's, any one of us can do it, it's a simple add their email address.
Then you check off what they have access to do, or
There's two different types of access that they can have, like what we have, which is managerial, they would not get, but to access the files.
like
to
a guest
view-
or something?
to view only kind of thing.
Okay,
And Karl, maybe the right thing to do with that statement is, you know, to add something along the lines of providing contact information for open, you know, to make an open record, you know, please submit open records requests, you know, here or something along those lines,
and
and I
at
can
least
help
it
you
would
with
only be once a year.
a sentence to add
Right.
to that. To specify that if they are submitting, if they do desire to submit an open records or public information act request, you know, telling them how to do it.
How do we?
So that there's no confusion that they aren't making a request
you're gonna have to help me with that, I don't quite understand.
Sure.
But I'll send you this document, and then,
Okay.
we'll go from there.
Is there a fail-safe to keep them from accessing something if it's on there before it's 10 days old?
My idea is don't post them
Well,
before 10 days old, that way, even if someone does a request a PID.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Don't put it on there until it's okay to do.
So I'm saying, I won't, from this point forward, not to post them before 10 days old, before 10 days.
I don't see any problem with it myself then. It's an easy way to stop some billing on these PIR things.
Exactly.
I mean, if they do a PIR, we're gonna let them get it anyway.
Yep. And it'll be once a year instead of once a month.
Now you need to go over now and teach whoever's getting them how to read them and so they can make their comments that make sense.
Alright, so you're gonna get with Davis on the wording and,
But I'll make a motion here. So I move that RPMUD provide residents of the district access to the Dropbox folder containing the current year's meeting videos upon request and verification of residency with the requirement that this request will be renewed annually.
A second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Alright, renewal of the district insurance.
What do you got?
Okay, we don't have that ready for you yet
Okay.
today. We actually have been working to get a competing proposal from an agent in
Okay.
addition to your TML renewal. Just so you can see what that pricing and coverage looks like. I think it'll be of some value to you potentially. I think it actually might be a little bit better and cheaper. But candidly, between TML and the agent, I know we've been driving Taylor crazy, but there have been a bunch of questions between both agents and about coverages and all that kind of stuff, and it's just taken a little bit more time than usual. So
Everybody always has
you're-
different information they want.
Oh, I'm sorry, Taylor.
I said everybody always has different information they want.
Yeah, exactly. So, your insurance has not expired, it's still in place, and we'll just have it, for your, consideration next month.
Alright, hey Paul, I'm gonna move up pending business to next, cause I'm getting, my phone's blowing up over here over it, so.
No problem.
Okay, so we're gonna move pending, I'm gonna do the next one is pending business, so. And, well, I only have one thing and I'm gonna let Paul steal the show, go ahead.
Oh, I was actually emailing one of that thing
Oh.
to Davis right now while we were talking. So there's a few
Sorry.
things on the pending business, and then I can just dovetail it into my report. We can go into executive if we want to.
Okay.
On pending business, board, we had a special meeting, as you may recall, about a week ago on Monday or Tuesday, it may have been, to address the Bartholet Blackfin matter, and we had what I thought was a very productive special meeting. We watched the video, listened to a lot of information. We had a ton of feedback from the community. And the community was clear that it expected this board to do something about the matter, and the reason for that is this board provides through the district water, sewer, and drainage services to thousands of homes. And you do that directly for River Plantation and Mosswood. You do it in conjunction with East Plantation as well. And so you authorize, or I would say instructed, and therefore authorized us to participate in the matter. So we did, and what your lawyers did on behalf of the board is we filed what is called an amicus brief, which is a friend of the court brief, in the pending lawsuit for use and consideration by the judge at the temporary injunction hearing that took place on two back-to-back Thursdays. The second Thursday was last week. And we explained in some detail about all of the government facilities that are impacted by this situation over there with the pressure station. And I thought we did a good job. The Bartholet lawyer was impressed with the filing, and so today the judge issued his ruling, and we have a copy of it. I can provide it if the board is interested, but the court granted the injunction. He has held that Blackfin cannot proceed. The basis for it was it's very long, especially for a district court. District courts do not have to write opinions. And Judge Santini wrote a very good long opinion about it. It's got all kinds of exhibits in the document. It's excellent, really. And he has prohibited further development of the site for the compressor station. It's a direct violation of the restrictive covenants. And the injunction runs through trial. And the reason for that is trial is a final decision on the merits. And so it is locked in through trial. It's possible to appeal it on an emergency basis. We'll see what happens. But he granted it. It runs through trial, and trial has been set for next May. So I wouldn't want to have too much discussion on the public record here. We can talk about the litigation in executive if we need to, but I wanted the board to know that you made a very good decision. Your consultant team acted quickly and was able to participate, and there's been what I think is a very favorable ruling. You have, I'll give an example, one of your wells, your largest well, well 3, is within a quarter mile of the site. So this is outstanding. And so that's and this is all live happening now. So I was able to pull it maybe 10 minutes before the meeting. So anyway, that's my report there. I do have a few other matters to report on.
Can I make a comment also about that? We also participated in putting on, I saw you guys there, so putting on the, I'm gonna call it a town hall meeting, describing what exactly the Blackfin project was. And we estimated 400 to 450 people attended. So, anyway.
Yeah, it was excellent. The real reason for, I mean, there's two reasons to support this to the board. One is you need to know, but also it's, you know, I like to always talk, it's like it's a debrief. I think the board did the right thing. You responded to the community was worried about it. You took action. It's excellent. It's a success story, and you did the right thing, and I'm proud to be part of it.
Okay. All right. Violation of district rules, public hearing. I know, do we want to talk about that thing, or do we want to do it in executive?
I mean, I think it would be better. We don't have a, how do I say this? We have several pending violations to discuss, the updates. We can do them in executive or now, however the board would prefer. I think executive is better. They're all related to potential or actual litigation.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. All right. All right. Want to go into executive? Ready to go? I think we're ready to go into executive then. Okay.
Sure.
We will see you there.
Thank you.
All right, we're back into general session at 7:54 p.m. Do I have any motions anyone wants to make? No, nobody wants to make. Okay, I'll make a motion that we send an informational letter to the homeowner, Hannah, on Terra Park regarding the violation in the park.
I second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
That it?
That's it. We gotta have a motion.
I have a request.
Oh.
Before we adjourn, MOC is reviewing their contracts, so if you could, Davis can put a itemized item next month to, in your consideration, our contract amendment. Yes, ma'am. I don't think we've had one since.
You guys
Did you
want-
hear that, Davis?
Is it a decrease?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
ready to decrease what you're doing?
I'll make sure Keith's here next
It's
month.
breaking up. It's breaking up. He can
Yeah. Thanks, Paul. I'll call you on the side and let you know what I said.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
They're
No problem.
doing it in all their districts.
Yeah. All right, our next month's meeting will be on October 20th at 6:30 p.m. Remember, we went to the third Mondays for the rest of the year? So it will be on October 20th at 6:30 p.m.